This Sunday, we will be celebrating the Feast of Pentecost, and I encourage you to remember that this feast is on the 50th day of Easter. It is the culmination of Easter, and this is the best way to understand Pentecost, because Easter celebrates the Paschal mystery. Christ died, was raised from the dead, and his Spirit lives in us. This is what we celebrate at Pentecost, that the Holy Spirit lives in us, that what happened to Jesus Christ in his death and resurrection also happens in us. Listen very carefully as you hear the readings of Pentecost, and they'll speak about what happens to the apostles who finally get it. I mean, they were there when Jesus died. They saw him raised from the dead. But what we celebrate in Pentecost is when Peter and the other apostles experienced this truth within themselves, that somehow the Spirit that was in Jesus Christ was now in them, which is why they could go out and announce with such strength that Jesus Christ was risen from the dead and that the Holy Spirit was present in his church. It's my prayer that this week you experience, as the culmination of Easter, the Holy Spirit, that the death and resurrection of Christ manifest themselves in you. Sometimes we think, how is this possible that this can happen in me? But in the history of the church, there's so many examples of the Holy Spirit and how the Holy Spirit has touched the lives of Christians. May this be your experience, that what happened in the death and resurrection of Christ, you actually experience this week in the celebration of the Holy Spirit. Have a wonderful week.